Hi everyone, I'm Eric and welcome to my channel. I really got into some writing. I was really excited. I've started writing what's going to become my first subscription game, so I'm very excited about that. And it got me to thinking about making a little video to let you folks know about kind of what are the guiding principles behind what I use and how I make a story. So I just wanted to tell you a little bit about that today. And I do have some very firm principles that I put in place to make sure that I keep my stories, the direction that I want. The very first thing that I look at is that I will not make any stories about human cruelty. So, no kidnappings, no bullying, nothing actually that pits people against one another for some cruel reason. Now, there have been people, non-player characters in my games, who have done things out of fear or shame or things like that, but never a meanness, a cruelty, an anger towards the players. So that's really important to me. There's enough terrible things going on in the world that we don't need to add to it and make it worse in any way. So my stories are always going to fall outside of the direct control of humans being mean. Any other things really, but there it is. The second thing I look to is only making collaborative stories, never competition-based stories. Everything we do is competition. And so I want to take it outside of that. And for my games, I want to make the players want to collaborate and team up with each other. I want to take out that competition aspect. It permeates throughout all of the students' lives. Everything that we do, it's how many points do I score, how many followers do I have, how much money do I have, how high are my grades, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So I want to make kids kind of take a step back and just be kids with each other. My stories take that out of their hand right away and gives them more of a scenario of let's agree not to die here together. Collaboration, never pushing someone else back so that they will get eaten by the bear, wanting to help each other to all survive. And to that end, the horror has to be the same for everyone. The horror will come for each of us all and doesn't play any favorites and can't be reasoned with. For my money, the horror is always going to be the horror no matter who finds it and when it gets found. So to me, that's important. It's not going to be bargained with. It's not going to be reasoned with. It's not going to single anyone out. It will find each of you. And it can't be something that's a plausible event that could happen, that could be someone's real trauma trigger. So I'm not going to make stories about an armed group of people invading a school, because that could really realistically have happened, or a student could realistically be afraid of that happening. So even my realistic stories are going to have an element of unreality to them, such as the realistic story of the AI that was installed in the school, that ran everything in the school through itself and its AI robots. Everything other than AI has come to the point where we can actually use it and use robots as its extensions, and it can run things. The game is realistic, the premise is not really. Those are some things that I use to kind of guide me when I'm creating stories. I want kids to want to be involved and not be afraid of the story. I want them to be afraid during the story, and it's always fun to watch how a tense moment in the story and a tense moment with the Jenga tower happen together, and you watch the hands kind of shaking as they're going to grab a block from the tower, and it's always exciting to watch how they get into it. But I just wanted to let you know about that, so that if you are creating your own stories, you can look to maybe some of these signposts to help guide you. It's really fun to come up with an awesome and creative idea for a story, and then start to flesh out that idea and make it kind of live for the students. And I'm excited. I have started writing a plausible, implausible situation where a group of kids gets marooned on an island, and then they come to discover that not everything is as it appears on the island. So that's it for me for today. I'll check back in with you later and some more fun about bringing awesome tabletop storytelling to your classrooms. Thanks a lot. Take care.